Luigi Mangione. His lawyers say that the president and the DOJ might have already been poisoning the jury pool, which, yes, they have. Okay, I'm not telling you they might have. They did. Trump went on Fox and straight up called Luigi a pure assassin. The DOJ officials reposted this post. The good news here is that the judge is not having it.
It created a lot of conversations, outrage, people questioning the justice system. It makes you think, though, because everybody says Epstein didn't kill himself. I've been noticing that people have been making a lot of comments on social media about the elderly prison population. Our country, this system, is not equipped to handle the amount of people in prison for life.
A majority of them are above 50 now? Isn't that what it was? It's
yeah, it's a crisis. Transfers for any prison wife or family can be hard to navigate because you don't know when they're getting there. You don't know when you're going to hear from them. You don't know how the lists are going to transfer, like their visiting list, their phone list. That takes weeks, sometimes months, dealing with intimacy in a prison relationship. I am the prison wife, unlicensed therapist here to give you all your friendly prison wife advice and give you validation of how you're feeling and work you through it. I did want to share some news that
this is for the prison wife. Still don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold.
All right, so by the time this pod airs, I would have already done this trip, but I don't know if you've seen them, Paige. They're like trips that people do on TikTok where they're like day trips.
Yeah.
Like you fly early in the morning and you come home like in the nighttime or whatever. So I decided, I was like, I follow this girl. She's blonde. She's from Chicago. She's really cute. I can't remember her name though. And she was doing all these day trips. And I'm like, that's actually like a really great idea, because if you fly like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and you do a day trip, you just take a day off of work, right? Just one day. And you fly out that morning and you come back, you don't have to worry about a hotel. You just bring a little knapsack. You don't have to worry about packing, all kind of stuff. So I decided to do a day trip to Epcot and Disney World in Orlando with my friend Carly. She's one of the admins in Love Within Walls, and we're going to be doing the Food and Wine Festival in Epcot. I've been before, but I actually just loved walking around and going to all the different countries, like, because Epcot has that world. They add like little key.
You have to do like, because I've seen the people that do those that are like, this is my first drink in blank, this is my second drink, and they're like, this is my fifth drink in blank. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest though, I have my favorites. I've done that before, and I barely made it to Italy. Yeah. I barely made it to Italy from starting in Mexico. And I was drunk in Italy. And by the time I got to France, and my favorite drink is France, those Grey Goose slushies. Oh my God. And by the time I got to France, I was like gone.
Me up with a Grey
and then
Goose.
England, I don't even remember being in the pub in England. Like, that's how bad it was. So it's, and I'm a lightweight, so that's why, probably. But yeah, I'm definitely documenting everything. I'm gonna put it somewhere. I'm not sure yet where, but I kind of also have to be careful because I'm taking a sick day from work. So yeah, but it'll be after, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I'm very excited about that. And if anybody's ever done it, like, comment below, because I would love to hear like any tips you have. I mean, I do a lot of day trips, like driving. So this is my first day trip flying.
My like HQ for my job is in Dallas. But our office is in Harrisburg, and one of the direct flights that our airport in Harrisburg goes to is Dallas. So when there are several times where they have like our leadership, they're like, oh, there's a meeting in Dallas and we need someone to go to it. You would fly down in the morning, like super early, attend that meeting, like in the middle of the day, fly home, be home at night.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
But it's so cool.
It is
like,
cool.
You're like,
it's like you
this
live
morning
the
I
whole
woke
life.
up in my bed and
you like
now I'm like living my
It
best
is
life in
fun.
Dallas or wherever you
It is
go, you
fun,
know?
especially if
Hmm.
like you haven't done it before. Like you'll have to. I'm excited to hear about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be TikToking and all kind of stuff. So just be on the lookout for that. And I might even do something special for the peeps at our Patreon because
You
y'all
should make a
are
TikTok video like
amazing.
I did when I went to go see Joe.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Yay!
I'm actually learning how to use TikTok, you guys.
Once you
Guys,
figure it out, it's not that hard.
I did not realize because I only thought you could do 60-second videos. I didn't realize you could do 10-minute
Well, that's
videos.
kind of newer ish.
Okay.
So that wasn't always like that.
So I'm learning how to do all this because I had no clue because I would always make like a bunch of 60-second videos and try to put them together.
Mhm.
Like that's what I
Mhm.
would do.
Mhm.
So or I just would try to make it a video into a minute because I didn't realize you could do the 10-minute and I didn't realize you could do like save
Yeah.
drafts. Is that something
That's
too?
what
I didn't even
the
know
whole
that
time I
either.
did when I went to go see Joseph, mine was drafts the whole time, and I didn't even edit it until I was there because I thought before you had to just film it in one solid shot and that was it. And
Yeah.
I was just like, that's just not possible because how the fuck are these people doing this?
Yeah. That's why I was like, how are they doing this? And I can't even get how?
Mm-mm.
How is this possible?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's my plan. And we also wanted to talk about, and I'll let y'all know how that goes because that happens on Tuesday for me. So, but we also wanted to ask our Wallers and Waller Squad about places in Vegas that they recommend.
Yeah, we know a few of you live around there, or like, I mean, I
Hmm.
feel like when you talk to most people and you're like, "Have you been to Vegas?" Like, I feel like a lot of people always say yes. I am one of the few y'all who has never been there. So your girl wants to
Hmm.
go see some fun places. So like, I'm like, let us know what is fun and not super expensive, because also I don't have millions of dollars either.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say we have to go to Bellagio and see the conservatory because it's free.
okay, love free.
And I love the Bellagio bar. I could sit there and drink at the Bellagio bar all day and just people
I'm
watch.
so excited.
But the conservatory is just beautiful and they change it every so many months for the seasons. So,
I
and
had
it's all flower. It's like flower sculptures. It's
I went
beautiful.
and looked what was going to be in the sphere when we were there, and the whole time
Okay.
that we're there, it's Wizard of Oz. So I'm just like, well,
Do you not want to see Wizard of Oz? Because I would
the
go see
tickets were
it.
a lot. So like, unless it was cheap,
Oh,
if it
okay.
was cheaper, I would. But like, I'm
Yeah.
also not trying to spend like fucking what a concert ticket for.
Yeah. For Wizard
Yeah,
of Oz.
literally.
Yeah.
But I want to go to the sphere. I'm like, every video I've ever seen it, people in the sphere. I'm like, yo, like imagine going to like a Grateful Dead concert at the fucking sphere, bro.
The Backstreet Boys just did a
Ugh.
little residency at the Sphere.
It's just not fair. Life isn't fair sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, the fact that they built that means that more people are going to come and do
Hmm.
concerts. So whenever you want to go to a concert, I'm down.
Isn't there someone else right now that has a residency in Vegas? That's who is it? Fuck, I don't
I
remember.
know Garth Brooks did.
I'll pass.
I know Mariah did.
She did. That's who I might have been thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. So if y'all have any places that we don't know about, I mean, I've been a few times. I have the one thing I have to do when I'm there is to go to the conservatory at the Bellagio every time because it's never the same. So it's really nice and it smells like they pump floral scents into the air conditioning vent, so it smells really good
Oh,
and
kind of like
it's just
Hershey with their chocolate.
yeah. Just let me smell. Just let
Literally.
me smell. So yeah. So I'm very excited about Disney and I'm very excited about Vegas. That's coming up. We got to work on our speed.
I know. We'll do it. We'll do it.
It's okay. I have fall
One thing at
break.
a time.
Fall break.
I'm like
Yeah, fall break.
one large thing at a time, please.
Yep. I'm gonna work on it for sure.
Me too.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to Paige. It's episode 70.
It sure is.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
Mhm.
7 freaking 0.
Per.
I'm just speechless. Can you did you ever think
No.
back in February of last year that we would be here today?
No, remember I said if we did like 7 episodes, I feel like that would be fun. So,
I know, because we said the lifespan of a podcast is sometimes what 5 to 8
mhm.
episodes, and then it It either goes or it flops.
We did it.
So we did it. We did it. We did it. Lo hicimos.
Yay.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody to episode 70 of Love Within Walls, a prison wife podcast, or hashtag the prison wife podcast.
Period.
All right. And we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, Beyond Bars Imaging. Guys, Paige just made, if you can see it, Jen, if you could plop that in, these awesome, are those the scary movie things?
That you can do in AI though. Like I don't want to
Oh, okay.
like that you can do in AI, but like I can make things without AI too. So if you want it to specifically be like a photo of you and not just an AI you, that's when you can hit me up. I can also do realistic AI too. So if you want realistic AI, I can do that too. So
Okay. Yeah, and like for example, the football pictures, I think last week we said like anybody can make those, but if you want it to look like your face, Paige has the software and the equipment and the know-how cuz she's amazing to make your face, take the AI image off the face, like so cuz it's an AI version of you, it's not really your face, and put your face on top of it. So, she's amazing with that. Also, guys, it is fall. It is the 1st of October, and we are getting into spooky season, fall season, Thanksgiving. And hey, if you want to start coming in hot with your Christmas stuff, now is the time to jump on it. So when you start taking prison visit pics and you want them holiday-fied by Paige, whether that be fall, Thanksgiving, or Christmas, now is the time to jump on it because I know in November we're going to start getting busy with the conference stuff. So if you want to do your pre-orders now, like, let's go. So hit up Paige, slide into her DMs on Instagram, Beyond Bars Imaging, or Facebooks. All right. Are we ready to party?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. All right, guys, it is time for What Up With That Legislation. Paige, do you have anything?
I do.
Okay.
One of the things I really wanted to touch on was our boy Luigi.
Ooh,
For
okay.
anyone
Yeah, I
who's
did see some stuff.
what?
So I did see some stuff about him
Okay.
recently.
So for anyone who's unfamiliar with Luigi Mangione, he is the man who was accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO. He is still waiting for his day in court currently, but his lawyers say that the president and the DOJ might have already been poisoning the jury pool. Which, yes, they have. Okay, I'm not telling you they might have. They did. Last week, Trump went on Fox and straight up called Luigi a pure assassin, describing the crime that the crime scene by detail. The DOJ officials reposted this post of this recording of him saying that, and basically cheered it on like a little cheer squad. But the good news here is that the judge is not having it. The judge is not having this. She told the Justice Department that their comments broke court rules and gave them until October 3rd to explain how this happened and how they'll make sure that it does not happen again. So,
Wow.
I think that begs the question, when even the prosecutors can't play by the rules, how is anyone supposed to believe in a fair trial in this country?
Yeah. Yeah. When your system is compromised, how can you? I don't think, to be honest, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like his case is just going to end up being a huge mistrial because of all the bias and all of the mess ups that are happening with his case.
It should have never even been a death penalty case, but they really wanted to go ahead and try to really do their big one on that, and they really have just fallen on their face because there's no reason why someone who runs is a CEO of a healthcare company, why his life is valued so much higher than everyone else's, and prove it. We still haven't been proven in any way that Luigi is the man who did this. Like they have just, and with all of their bullshit in the news, with everything that they do every day with their bullshit, I know, like, it's just hard to ever believe anything they fucking say, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think he has all the grounds all the stuff leading up to his trial and case. He has so much grounds for, like,
Yep.
bias or mistrial. I don't know what the term in
I mean,
legalese is,
look
but
back on literally when Aetna got his health records. Why the fuck did Why the fuck did Aetna get his health records? Why was that approved? And I don't care that they shouldn't have had it. The fact that they saw it and the fact that they went through all of it is a problem.
correct. Correct. And he should be,
Yes.
I know he doesn't have a conviction or anything, but his whatever he get, I mean, it's going to be easy to appeal,
Yep.
is what I'm saying,
And good.
based on all the shenanigans that are happening with his case. For sure. All right, I have one out of the town I'm going to, Orlando. We learned, I don't know if anybody saw it this week, but it kind of went viral. It was a clip of Imara Aaliyah Bryan. Imara, I think that's how you say her name. She was standing before a judge. She was 26 years old. This was posted on September 20th. And it created a lot of conversations, outrage, people questioning the justice system. And I'm glad it came out, because this poor woman was so sweet, and her voice and her tone, it broke my heart to see this woman standing before a judge in
I don't
court
even know what you're talking about.
over the You do?
I don't
Or you
know what you're
don't?
talking about.
Okay. So there was a video, a Florida woman. She has special needs. It's very well aware. You can tell from the video. I'm assuming it's autism. It could be something else. I don't know for sure. So some type of special needs. She was jailed for 50 days, 50, for a petty theft at a Target store. She was eventually sentenced to time served and ordered to pay $100 in fees. This sparked online backlash and calls for reform. So the clip was posted, like I said, on September 20th. She was standing before the judge, and she accepts a no contest plea. According to arrest records, Bryan was accused of trying to steal $145 worth of merchandise from a Target in Orlando.
And that's fucking warranted for that much time. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. That's what somebody said. The issue is the punishment does not fit the crime at all. And it doesn't, because the system doesn't care about almost 2 months of her life, nor drowning in her debt.
Yeah.
She was arrested for attempting to steal over $100 worth of items. And people are like protesting this Target on Millennia Way, I guess it is. Apparently, this is a very bougie area of town, very rich, wealthy area of town, brand new mall.
We already
her
Target collectively. I thought we all did
Yeah.
that, y'all.
I still go to Target. I
don't.
do like
I
Target.
I
but
haven't, and I
I'm not
won't.
going to go to that Target.
Haven't, and I won't.
I know. And listen, people protesting companies like Disney and like Target, I mean, they're feeling it. So if you stand on your convictions, do it, because I would not go to this Target. And people are boycotting this specific Target, and also Targets in general, for pressing these charges and having this woman locked up. Somebody said, worse is when you realize it cost the taxpayers. This is the point. This is this
To
part.
keep her in there.
$5,000. It cost taxpayers $5,000 to keep her locked up and debt this poor woman for 50 days. But they'll claim, these people that lock her up, they'll claim that somehow benefits the local community, and it's worth it to ruin her life.
Yeah,
basically.
That's
So,
Florida too. Like,
yeah.
you're probably not going to get caught
The
in
judge,
France.
no. The judge did accept the plea. The judge was actually very nice to her. And so, and I got this article from bet.com. And I know that the people have wanted to help pay her fee. Her fee was $339.70 to the Orlando Police Department. She was not allowed to return to that Target. And so the social media just kind of took this woman in and had a heart and said they were furious, saying the system failed a vulnerable woman who needed care, not jail. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it. It is heartbreaking. But I'm glad that the judge didn't sentence her to more time. But the fact that she was in there for 50 days is ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, Paige, you got one more?
I think I have a few more than one more. I like another one.
Ooh, okay.
This is one that we were like, oh, we're talking about this.
Okay.
Epstein, cellmate, and pardons. Nicholas Tartaglione. I'm pronouncing that wrong, y'all. Tartaglione. A name I suggest that you Google if you have never. He is a former cop that was once cellmates with the infamous Jeffrey Epstein. He is currently pushing for a presidential pardon. You guys might ask, okay, what did he do? I'll tell you right now. He is serving 4 life sentences for multiple murders. He's actually currently working with this woman named Jessica Reed Krause, who is a very controversial social media personality. He's working with her to advocate for clemency and claiming now that he has been framed actually for this entire crime. The twist being an ex-Epstein cellmate lends a sensational hue, and the fact that someone with such a record is seeking a pardon, and it just raises questions about, how is clemency being used or misused? You know what I mean? Why is it if you're friends with the devil, that's fine? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you were a cop and you killed 4 people. Like, just some background. This guy apparently, it was over a drug deal gone bad. He shot the one guy execution style, but made the 3 other dudes sit there and watch it, and then did it to them. So, it's just crazy, y'all. This guy apparently, just for some background, if anyone's unaware, this guy, Epstein's death happened in his cell, for everyone who's aware. His incarceration has been the subject of multiple investigations into misconduct and lapse of judgment in the Bureau of Prisons. The DOJ Inspector General report highlighted problems in MCC, which is Manhattan's prison system, and how they handled him during the time he was in custody. While they're not directly talking about pardons, the history gives extra flavor to this entire situation right now, and it's just a name that I think absolutely everyone should just keep on their mind.
Can I just insert my opinion here for just a second? I think, well, first of all, I think he's jumping on the coattails of Maxine Gill. I can never say her last name, because she obviously is getting preferred treatment now that the Epstein files are might be released. They still haven't been released.
Sis was moved.
Let's call it. Yeah.
Sis was evac'd to a super fucking day camp federal prison down in Texas.
A white collar day camp, basically, like Club Med or whatever.
Somewhere where no one can go that has sex crimes.
Correct.
Except her.
It's a low level.
Except her.
It's a low level crime.
Except her.
Except for her. So I think he's jumping on the coattails of this because he's obviously has that tie-in to the Epstein case, being his cellie and knows secrets and might know something, And what frustrates me is that if he gets a pardon or clemency or whatever he gets, what does that say about people like our loved ones, who did not kill 4 people execution style? You know what I mean? They have to sit here and live the rest of their life in prison, or have to face the death penalty or the death chamber, when you're letting someone who obviously took more than 2 lives, let's be real. You know what I mean? It just frustrates me, because you have people that have life sentences, especially in Louisiana, because we give them out like candy, and they can't ever see the pardon or parole board. They get rejected, or they can't even make it there. And it just frustrates me that someone with this type of crime, someone who was on the other side of the law, who had a job as a police officer and is abusing that power profusely, ending people's lives, why does he get a shot? I guess That's
I
just
would.
my thought, because I know a lot of lifers that deserve a second chance. You know what I mean? And won't ever get it. You know what I mean?
Over the weekend, or I guess the past 2 days, I guess it wasn't the weekend. I don't know what the fuck time is anymore. I was looking up about him, and apparently Jeffrey Epstein was like afraid of him at first, and like made claims about how he thought that this man was gonna kill him because he was like crazy and stuff. So I'm like, all right,
It makes you think, though,
mm-hmm,
because everybody says Epstein didn't kill himself.
mm-hmm,
You know? Interesting.
yep.
I don't have any other ones. Do you have another one,
I
Paige?
have short ones. Yes.
Okay.
The DOJ Inspector General, BOP, miscalculates quote unquote distance to home for incarcerated women's placing. The DOJ OIG, which is the Inspectors General, released a new interactive audit report that shows the Bureau of Prisons is using straight line, quote unquote, as the crow flies distance when determining whether inmates are within 500 driving miles of home, a key requirement under the First Step Act. As a result, many inmates are placed farther from home than the policy ever intended. The report also flagged poor documentation of placements, decisions, and address inaccuracies. Super interesting. A very important part of a bill that everyone is praising and claiming, and it's not even being followed
Yeah.
by our federal system.
They're not doing their part.
How the
to
fuck do you
follow up.
miscalculate? Get the fuck out of here.
You have one job.
Like, that's what I'm just, I can't.
Yeah.
So that was one. Colorado approves new prison beds amid demands to reduce inmate population. Colorado legislator joint budget committee approved $2.8 million to add 153 more private prison beds, even though the state is under legal requirement to reduce its incarcerated population. This is in Colorado. Reform advocates criticize this as putting the cart before the horse. Duh.
Yep.
Funding expansion rather than pushing for decarceration, because that's all we know how to do in this country.
Yeah. And I will say, people have been I've been noticing that people have been making a lot of comments on social media. I know this is kind of goes with what up with that, about the elderly prison population. And I know I want to say it was, I don't know if it was Wire of Hope or somebody else posted about it. The fact that our country, this system, is not equipped to handle the amount of people in prison for life,
Like
aging.
a majority of them are above 50 now? Isn't that what it was? It's
Yeah,
like,
it's a crisis. It's the next crisis.
you know how much that's going to cost in taxpayers to pay for their health care, you guys? Like, I don't think people realize that shit, or want to realize it.
Yeah.
Should I say? And it's not the people listening to this podcast. So
Yeah, true.
I have one more.
Okay.
It's another OIG. God love them. They are really, that's what, whenever people tell me about shit going on at their prisons, I'm like, do y'all have an OIG and have you contacted them? Because
Can I ask, can you, for the people that may not know, what does OIG stand
the
for?
Office of Inspector General. So each state, like, they will audit every CDCR prison and pull out and give you a full report on everything and how they're supposed to be doing and like what they need to do to improve. It's basically, it's very much needed for their checks and balances. So the OIG former Ohio deputy, OIG discovered this, but a former Ohio deputy gets more than 9 years for sexually abusing an incarcerated person. The DOJ, Office of Inspector General, announced that a former Ohio corrections deputy has been sentenced to over 9 years in a federal prison for sexual abuse of an inmate. This is one of the ongoing stories of staff misconduct in prison that has actually been punished.
And they're like the guy in California.
Yes.
You know,
but that was
like they're starting to,
that was so
that
wrong.
was so bad.
That was the fact that there are like people like decades that have been reporting that man and not shit. Like, how terrifying. I like get so pissed off when I think about it.
Yeah. And you think about it, it's predator and prey, basically.
And you're
So
fucked.
I'm glad. I mean, it's good to know that they're being held accountable for their actions while in a power role, because if you abuse that, then you are abusing your job and you are breaking the law, especially if it's sexual abuse.
Period.
So I did want to share some news. Speaking of what up with that, real quick, that the former federal death row incarcerated population that was at Terre Haute, they have been now moving a few at a time to ADX. I believe it's in Colorado. They do have a group staying behind because they were fighting a lawsuit to not be moved to ADX based on their point level within the federal system. Some of these guys do not have a lot. They have low points value. I'm assuming I'm saying it right. Low point values to where they don't have to be shipped to ADX because they're not a security risk. But obviously, President Trump had ordered all death row inmates to go to ADX, which is probably one of like the harshest, most
Federal.
tight secured facilities in the federal penitentiary system. So as of now, I believe 8 or 9 of them have moved to ADX from Terre Haute, which is where the federal death row is. So
Thinking of them and all their families.
correct. Yeah, we're with you guys. And I know, first of all, transfers for any prison wife or family can be hard to navigate because you don't know when they're getting there. You don't know when you're going to hear from them. You know, you don't know how the lists are going to transfer, like their visiting list, their phone list. And that takes weeks, sometimes months. So it's hard to navigate. So we're with you guys through that. And if you're waiting to be moved, obviously the anticipation and the anxiety with that is, we feel you and we know what that feels like. So, even though I've never experienced a move, I probably will hopefully
sucks.
never experience a move, but
Sucks.
yeah, I know Paige has. It's hard. It's hard on the families and the loved ones for sure too. All right, Paige, we got to see your bootastic nails. So, because you got nails this time. Okay, so I thought they were leopard print, but if you look very closely for our people on audio, I'm sorry, I'm going to try to do my best to describe it. They are basically a mix of French and black nails with a pattern. And one of the tips of her it's a black tip French. One of them has a little cute ghost on it. And then the one on her ring finger, it looks like a leopard print type pattern. It's clear with black splotches and dots. But on those splotches are little ghosts. It is so cute.
It's so cute.
Super cute. It's perfect for the beginning of October where we're starting. And I'm obviously looking like Wednesday, so we're matching in that regard. So all right. Well, let's get into our main cards. So we decided to take some of your comments that you leave on, especially on Spotify. I get those. We get a lot of comments on Spotify. On our last episode, one of our Wallers, I must say her first name, Danielle. This was from episode 68. She wanted to do a pod on intimacy, and she asked for sexual intimacy if that's not too scandalous. Obviously, we have a place where we can really get deep down and nitty gritty on Patreon, so we'll have to do, I'm going to say maybe like a PG-13 version of that here today, dealing with intimacy in a prison relationship. And I'm going to say this. I know she said sexual intimacy. It does not, I mean, obviously, different states have different rules when it comes to sexual intimacy with your partner, your loved one. Only 4 states, as of now, have conjugal visits. So most of us are on the struggle bus when it comes to that. So it's, how do you have sexual intimacy? How do you make your relationship? Because first of all, intimacy is a major part of any relationship, and sexual intimacy when you're with your spouse or your loved one or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. is a big issue, because the prison system will do anything to hinder your sexual intimacy if you don't have a state that offers family visits. So, Paige, do you have anything you want to add in before we get into this?
I feel like it's all, we talked about this before too, but it's all about like your comfortability too. Because like
Hmm.
if you aren't going to be comfortable with like maybe like talking down and dirty on the phone with your loved one because you know someone is listening or could be listening, like that's valid. Like you know what I mean? It's a weird thing that you have to like that you to do that you have to kind of like step over and get over, and it's not something that everyone can do. I have friends that just aren't really comfortable with it, so they don't do it,
Correct.
and that's fine. That's just their relationship, you know what I mean? And like, so don't also feel like you need this. And like Gigi said, there are other ways to be intimate too. Like we can talk about the love languages, and each different language and is a different way to love and be intimate, and depending on what love language is your language is, you could take that as intimacy. So like when Joseph writes me long letters that are like pages and pages long, that's intimate to me. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
intimate. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Did I ever tell you the best letter Michael wrote to me when we first started talking, or we were boyfriend girlfriend at this point? He wrote this like 12-page letter about how, because Michael's an artist and he wanted to be a tattoo artist. That was his goal in life. Obviously, he had other jobs, but he did do tattooing on the side when he was on the street before he got incarcerated. And he wrote this like really erotic letter about how, because I wanted a huge back piece and I wanted a big wolf. Like my spirit animal is a wolf, and
Hi.
what?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have a tattoo on my rib cage of it's Lupa Capitolina, which is the she wolf of ancient Rome.
There's a
Um,
she wolf in the
yeah,
closet.
your closet.
I had to.
And so the reason why is because also there's a lot of reasons why I got this tattoo. I got it for me, for my grandmother, for my family, for being a Gemini, because Romulus and Remus were the ones that were suckling her. She was the founder of ancient Rome, and the two twins, Romulus and Remus, were suckling on her. She fed them basically. So the twins, so Gemini, like there's just this thing. So I love wolves. I went to like a wolf sanctuary one time, and it was just, you got to take pictures and they walked around. I just felt, I don't know, I just have a connection.
Hmm.
So I feel like a wolf is my spirit animal. And so I wanted this huge wolf back piece. And he wrote up this letter about like how, he was just like, I was bent over a chair and he was behind me. And, like he was like getting, you know, aroused. I'm going to use PC terms. And he was getting aroused while doing the tattoo on my back, and he was like touching my back to like make sure I wasn't hurting, and like just like, and I could feel it pulsating, and all this stuff, like these big words, these big
Hmm.
erotic words and stuff like that. So I still, like, to this day, when I reread that letter, because sometimes I'll be honest. First of all, it was just so well written because he's a good storyteller. I'm sure Joe is too. But I still read that and I still get hot and bothered.
I have all kinds.
Like 9 years later.
I mean, you've heard me off of here talk about some of the letters that Joseph sent me before. Like literally,
Hmm.
I'm just like, woo, like let's go. So it's
Yeah.
like you don't even need um to have phone sex or do,
Yeah.
you can find intimacy in your own way.
Yeah. And can I add in also, like, I was one of those people, like, I had phone sex before, like, in high school and, stuff like that. But I was scared. I was one of those people that was highly frightened by the idea of someone listening to me pleasure myself. Like, I'm trying to use good
Valid.
terms.
It's someone you
I
don't
have to be a
know,
little bit more
you know, and you
filtered.
know that it's recorded, and it's
Yeah, and like
weird.
they can like I was like like in the back of my brain, I was like, oh my God, if they bring me to court one day, are they going to pull this up and go, do you listen to yourself moaning on Angola's phone system here? Hello, you know? And I'm like mortified. I'm like, go ahead, play it. I don't care. Like, like
You know what?
I had to get over
What's
that.
interesting is that Joseph told me guys on his yard at his prison have, as of like the past like month, randomly got writ up for having phone sex,
That's
which I
scary.
didn't even know you could do. I forget what exact reason. I'll have to ask him, because I forget. Because I was like, "What do you mean?" But it was
My
like,
question is, would it be like a sexual write up, like a 21? Like in Louisiana, it's called a 21 where you get sexual misconduct,
oh god,
basically.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just like a
Okay.
write up. But damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'll say it before. I said it before on what episode, the first episode we did, Angola's got me moaning. They got me moaning.
Same. Not Angola,
So,
but
yeah,
CDCR.
CDCR.
Gabby Pill has the tapes.
I wonder how long do they keep phone records
I
forever?
feel like they should. I
Okay.
feel like this is just me. If that is your job to audit calls, you need to have them on record and on file that you can access them at any time and pull them
Yeah.
up. Like they definitely have some kind of like crazy stockpile of fucking calls.
I was just thinking with the amount of calls that people make in just Louisiana, I can't even imagine CDCR. Where does all the data go?
Well, now they use
Does it go?
AI. You know that?
Oh,
Now they use
no.
AI sometimes to like evaluate calls and look for words and
Oh,
yeah.
keywords. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know if is a word. So AI that shit. Just
Daddy.
saying.
Is AI looking for daddy?
Yeah. So going back to, I guess, the phone sex thing, if you're like Paige said, if you're not comfortable, listen, it may take a while. It took me, I was very nervous at first. I was very, very nervous the first time. But once I did it, I was like, meh, like,
Hmm.
okay, they got me on audio. Yeah,
You,
okay.
it's literally just kind of like getting over the thought of it because it's really it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what do you have on? Like, okay, and my husband's
Yeah.
incarcerated. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. My thing is, how can you punish someone if you don't give them, especially like I know in California they have family visits, but like how can you punish someone for wanting to be intimate with their loved one?
Hmm.
Like that's a human response. Like that's a human need, you know?
And like, it's not bad. Like, it's not like they're doing something bad. They're literally
Yeah.
connecting with another person.
Yeah.
Are they hurting anyone?
No.
No.
Yeah. Let us
Like,
be.
do
Man,
something
just
about
let
all
us
the
have phone
motherfuckers in the
sex.
corner that are sniffing fucking K2 off of their mail that they just got. Like, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Like, seriously. There's people. Why does Joseph's why does his yard in the prison smell like weed constantly, you motherfuckers? Because you're too busy fucking on the calls listening and waiting for daddy. Like, you know what I
Did
mean?
she say did he say dick? Did he say
Or are they
dick? That's
having
what they're
sex
looking.
over here? Well, yeah. Do you
Yeah.
guys know that there's actually three men calling man down over there because
Like laid
they
out.
just snorted
Yeah.
all of the fucking K2 and fucking like it's insane. But they don't care about the right things.
No, because we know how the K2 is getting in. Let's be real.
Period. Well,
So of
unfortunately,
course,
it's also getting mailed because
yeah. That's why they stopped our. That's why they Xerox our mail now. So that's why I don't send mail anymore. But um, but also let me say this: if like I'm going back to what Paige said about like the love languages, if you want to have intimacy, you do not have to have phone sex. Okay, I just want to say that. I know that that's the go-to because that's what the closest that some of us will ever get to sex with our loved one. But like Paige has these couples cards. I know a lot of people use the couples cards. You can get them on Amazon and they ask like really sensual questions. There you go.
literally. And
And you can and you can ask your partner, and that may be a way to, if you're nervous about phone sex, it might be a way to have that intimacy with your loved one and be present with your loved one. I know letters are great because, like I said, I love my letters from Michael,
Mm-hmm.
but being like live and having a conversation about sex and things like they like and things like that, like those things spark that sexual intimacy, and you learn so much about yourself and your partner as well.
Mm-hmm. It's like intimate in like several
Yeah.
ways.
Do you have a card that we could possibly like practice with?
I feel like every time I pull one, it's not a sexual one.
Okay, I can see if because I what I do, I'm cheapo deluxo over here, and I just follow things on Instagram with the cards, and they'll pop up, and I just screenshot them. Or you go to Google and just search couples naughty cards or couple intimacy cards.
I'm like, what color is the? Oh wait, looking back. Okay, here they have like the what it is, values and needs,
I'm seeing if I have one.
deepening the connection.
Ooh, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is one. This is from, so people that are on Instagram, this is from relationship underscore cards underscore EU. If you can look them up, you can, and then basically I just screenshot the card on the video. Where's a public place you fantasized about us being intimate? Paige, where's a public place that you thought we could be intimate? Where can we scissor?
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Sorry, my mom. Sorry, mom. I know you're
Yeah,
listening.
anyway,
Sorry,
like your
mom.
mom. Joseph and I have talked about this before, so I'm like trying to think of. I went through. Never mind. I was about to expose myself. Let's do somewhere like. Okay, I know the one thing that he really liked. Like
I figured it would be like a beach, huh?
when we like if we like were to go to a beach or go to somewhere where we have a balcony or like Vegas
Ooh.
and taking me out on
Yes.
the balcony and fucking like doing that so anyone can see type shit or like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen those, and I've actually seen those like on TikTok or Instagram. It's like somebody pans the view, and then it's a girl grabbing like the
Yes.
railing, and the guy like,
Yeah.
like hitting her from the back or whatever, like this in this view or whatever,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
or this could be us or something,
That
you
is what I
know.
would pick and I bet Joseph will agree with that.
I love that. I love that. I would do, believe it or not, I'm gonna do a different backdrop. I'm gonna do the forest,
Okay.
like a park or something, like a national park.
I'm just thinking of like fleas. Not fleas, but like ticks.
Got to be careful.
I'm such a like immediately you say forest and I'm thinking of dirt. I'm thinking of bugs that make noises. I'm like, "Ugh,
I
ugh."
would love like a waterfall like in the
Okay,
mountains or
that's better.
something. Like that's kind of what like I'm thinking like great like the Smoky Mountains like national park.
I
Like
can fuck with that.
me and Smokey the Bear. Like let's go.
Yeah.
Like
Cheers.
hitting the Appalachian Trail and getting my back blown out. Like
Appalachia.
let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah. So,
Very
and I
nice.
know Michael's a big outdoors dude, so he would love that. I told Michael, wait, stop. I told Michael that Michael is like a Louisiana boy through and through. He's a fisherman, hunter, all that. And so I said, what about a deer stand?
That's
Like
a good
when he
one.
goes hunting. And I was like, I want to wear pink camo because that's my thing, like pink girly woods camo and just 3 a.m. in the morning, like let's go at it. And he's like, well, we're gonna scare all the deer. And I'm
You
like,
would.
okay,
You wouldn't be
yeah,
getting many deer.
yeah.
That's true.
At least she got this kitty cat.
Period. He's like, you did get a cat though.
Yeah, purr.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, guys, those are some things. Is there anything else that you can think of, Paige, that can help with intimacy and stuff like that?
I feel like just like talking about it, even outside of the moment, really helps because I know a lot of girls say like, how do you even bring this up with your loved one? But like, I mean, girls from my experience, men are ready to talk about that kind of shit at any time. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might be a little bit shy or more reserved. Like at first, I kind of had to poke and pry at Joseph at first, but it was because he was literally being respectful and he didn't want to say anything that would make me be like, "Oh, okay, bye," and like not talk to him. So I kind of was
Mm-hmm.
at first the one that had to like push him to be like, "Okay, say that," you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, when that happened, I remember I was like, well, I don't know if he's really into me like that or whatever. And meanwhile, he's like, well, I don't want to disrespect her. So I'm just like, oh,
Aw.
got it.
Yeah.
So even just talking about it, I think would be helpful. We talk about all of this and 10 times more on Patreon, a lot more gory, but I feel like that's about the most like
Yeah.
PG we can keep it.
And I was going to say this. I also like to just do random little messages to Michael, like with little dirty things. Like today, I sent him something this morning. He probably won't get it until Monday. But I sent him something that said something like, I'm the kind of just, I was thinking about this as I was jamming out to the gym this morning. And I'm like, I'm the kind of girl that will cook you Thanksgiving dinner and make you a plate, and then I'm gonna make you get on your knees and say my name. Like I sent him that just random. Like I'll send a whole stamp just on that,
Love that.
and I'll just send him that just to get him thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like ooh, okay, all right, you know.
Just out of
So
nowhere.
just even yeah, just random, just when they least expect it, and that could also spark up a conversation later when he gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be little things too. It doesn't have to be this long letter or these cards. It could be whatever you make it, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And I know you also kind of wanted to hit on the idea with intimacy, especially for those of y'all that do get your family visits, the reality of wanting to start a family. If you do, conceive at a family visit, or if that's something you have in your mind that you would like to happen. So I know, Paige, you probably have thought about this over and over and over again with all the family visits you've been to, and I know it's something that you kind of go back and forth about, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know there's some women that are very much for it, and there's some women that are like absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I don't know if you want to speak on, where you are, or how, like, with the idea of starting a family with someone who is incarcerated.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a thing that you need to think about like full circle, and it's not like a thing that you can just jump on and decide that you like want to do because it sounds good and you know that like that's what they want and that's what you want. And what would be better than a little version of you and the person that you love? You know what I mean? I totally understand. Um, but I think it's like it's really important to look at the full picture. We talked about this before about how, especially depending on how long your loved one is incarcerated for. Are they incarcerated for a few more years or a decade, or do they have a life sentence? And like even in situations like ours, like where I often talk about how hopeful I am of Joseph's return and him to come home, but when we talk about having a child or the possibility of it, we also very much need to talk about when and if he doesn't, because that's a very, very real reality. And we can't just, keep playing fairy tale, happy go lucky life in our brains. And we need to talk about, what if I were to get pregnant and, you don't get any kind of parole chance ever? What does that look like for you? What does that look like for the child? Is that fair to the child? Is that fair to you? Like, is it there's just a lot of different questions that you kind of got to ask yourself. I'm at a place where I told Gigi I kind of just like let the universe handle it at this point because um, if I'm meant to carry child again, I will carry child again. That's how I just am with it. Like I'm not by any means like I'm gonna be heartbroken if I never have another baby and like I don't go through pregnancy again. Girl, I'm good on never doing that again. You know what I mean? I am good. But I would love to do that. You know what I mean? A mini Joseph Page, how fucking adorable. Brody tells me all the time he wants a sibling. All the time. He's like, I want a sibling, I want a sibling. But you do really have to think about the reality of it and the fairness of it for everyone involved. And that includes especially the child because, you are giving birth to a new life and, putting a child into a situation where their one parent is physically not there and there's nothing that you can do about it either. And, not to get too off topic, but states that don't have family visits, like I know women, I know multiple women on both. I could count numbers on both hands that have gone through legal ways of obtaining semen and trying to start a family, because there are like if any there are women that can go, that have gone to judges and requested sperm, especially depending on their sentence or depending on the specific situation. You sometimes can get a little bit of wiggle room. It depends where you're
Yeah.
located, where they're located. But then you get it, and you have it for that time, and then you hope it works. So it is kind of hard to do. But I will say, I know one woman who has done it. I know a few that have tried, and so like it's not impossible, but it is something that you would probably have to really think about before you do
Yeah.
that.
And I would definitely get a consult a lawyer because
Hmm.
depending, like you said, on the sentence, what state, there's different laws, whether they're in feds or state and their sentence or whatever. It's just there's a lot of factors that go into that. So if you are interested in that, it is a route. I like I said, I know a few people that have done that and been successful.
Yeah, I know one girl who did it. Her baby is like a year younger than Brody.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
And she did it like that, and I didn't even know that, because I was like, I'd always wondered how that happened.
Yeah.
But I was,
Well, the claim is it's a human right
yes,
to
yeah, and
reproduce.
that they don't have
And
that
that was the
availability. So, but like someone like me, I don't think I would be able to even do that in California, because they'd be like, "What are you fucking talking about? You have family visits. What is
yeah.
this?" Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd probably be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
But it's for people that are in states that
Mm-hmm.
don't have
Yeah.
family visits
Mm-hmm.
that you're able to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I would love a baby. I don't know about now. I did when I first started my relationship with Michael. Michael's the only person I wanted to have a child with, like actually really wanted to have a child with. And obviously that we've attempted a few times. But I yeah, it just didn't work. And I think having that mindset of it's up to the universe, like if it's meant to be, if it's up to God, whatever you believe in, if God wants this for me, then he will make it happen. If the universe doesn't want it for me, then obviously I need to pay attention to that and be okay. I think that thought process gives you so much peace
Mm-hmm.
for your spirit, because you're saying I'm okay either way and I accept it either way. And for a while it was hard for me because obviously I have reproductive issues, and that's probably why I did not. And so I've learned to accept it, but at first it was hard because I wanted it so bad. And then I realized, well, maybe it's just not in the cards for me,
Mm-hmm.
And having that mindset, like if I did have a child, that child would be loved, that child would be adored, that child would be cared for. It would be a blessing. But if it doesn't happen, then my life is still a
Yeah,
blessing,
it's like then there was another bigger plan that I didn't know about. You know what I mean? Like,
Correct.
okay, and that's how I've been taking it too with Joe. If when I leave if I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. If I'm not, then I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just always I think that's a great way to think about it. If you are looking, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because when you do, you get let down and then you get very depressed. And I think the way the way you're looking at it, and that's kind of the way I see it now. And I think it's just a great way to look at it, to see if, to have that peace of mind that what's meant to happen will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially if you don't get family visits, it's really sad to see these women try. Because I know a lot of women that have actually, what's the word?
Gotten it to the point where
They,
they got it, the semen, and they did
no,
everything
no, they actually did the deed at like were able
at
to
visit.
consummate their marriage. Yeah, or they got married and had a moment, had some time by themselves. And I've seen them get upset when they don't turn up. They get very distraught and they get very sad, and it's like I feel bad for them, but it's like, well, you got a 5-minute shot, and it doesn't always happen that way, and maybe it's not meant to happen right now. Maybe it doesn't mean it can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah. So, guys, just be real with yourself and you might have to do some soul searching and figure out if that's something that you really want and leave it up to the universe to decide, you know?
That's the best way
But
to
you
do
also
it.
want to make good decisions for yourself. And obviously, starting a family, if you're not ready, is something that you might want to, really think about. But if you're feeling ready for it and you have family visits, go for it. Or if you want to get the means to do it, I say try. You know, at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and you have a right to have a child or have a life with someone that you're married to or in love with. So, yeah.
Oh, Addie and Carly are together.
Yeah, they went to the farmer's market
That's
today,
so
I
cute.
think.
Sorry.
Yeah. The Kansas duo is back. That's what I said. The Kansas duo is back in action. All right. I think I'm getting a phone
Ooh, who is
call,
it?
and it's from someone super special.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Florida Fred.
an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution.
I mean, Florida Fred got some comments from last week, so people are loving Florida Fred.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. On our Spotify, we got some comments about Florida Fred. They love the accent. They said it made me laugh so hard that they cried. So
Love that.
keep up the comments, y'all. We love Florida Fred. He's our favorite con artist, scammer from the prison
We love
system.
him.
You've probably seen him on Pen Pal Scammers Exposed on Facebook group or whatever.
Yeah, he is trying to get on Love during lockup, but he doesn't know which
Ooh.
bay he wants to get on the show with. So we did get him that connect because we had the connect.
Yes.
But he
Yes.
doesn't know who he wants to go on the show with, so he's figuring that out.
He's gonna have to do his he's doing like eeny meeny miny
Yeah.
mo at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks because there's so many girls. Is that he goes through eeny meeny miny mo at least twice before he even finishes the line. So he's like, "Fuck." he's like, "Shit."
Dang it. I ran out of words.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Got too many biddies.
Yeah. All right. Well, that means it's time for our questions and comments from you guys. There were some that I had from like way back in the day that I didn't even get to. So I'm going to pull those up and I forgot to do them. So here we go. All right. We have this one's from Addie. Speaking of Addie, I love this question. What event would you win gold in at the Prison Wife Olympics? That's a thinker. She always comes good with the
I
thinker.
feel like my first initial thought was like advocating, but I feel like photo editing.
Yes. She is a star, gold star for Paige in photo editing. Mine would be, what am I good at?
Many things.
I know, but like what's one thing I can do? I am here to give you, a lot of people come to me because they say I'm a good listener. And I get people randomly inboxing me. I have this problem. Can you help me work through it or whatever? So I will say I am the prison wife unlicensed therapist here to give you all your friendly prison wife advice and give you validation of how you're feeling and work you through it.
Baddie.
Yes. All right. Our next question comes from Melly. She said, do you set a budget for phone calls and emails?
I thankfully don't have to, but if prices have stayed the same and never were lowered in California, I probably would have to. I will say, although they are lowered in California, I still feel like I add money to my account. And by like right now, I got a notification that I have $7 left. I'm like, how the fuck do I have $7 left? It's like, I don't know how the cents add up so quickly, but they do.
Yeah.
I don't have a plan, but I would not. I think it's a good idea for, people in other states that have loved ones, especially in some of those high phone call email states, like if you do have a budget, because I could see that definitely getting out of hand really quick, especially if you can like put money on their books and like do things for them, like and you're a giver and a people pleaser, like you could literally slip and fall and give them all your money. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. I was going to say, Michael and I try to do one 30-minute call a day, which ends up being, I think the new rate is like $3 and something maybe, or $2 and some, $2.90 maybe, something. It's somewhere between $2 and $3. We try to do one call a day, and I only try to get stamps once a month. And I usually get the big package. I'll get like the 60 stamps for the month. And sometimes I don't use them all. So I try to limit as much as I can. And our packages are quarterly, so that's pretty spaced out. And sometimes there's visits where I'm like, look, I'm only bringing $40, boo. So we're going to have to eat on a budget, you know? And then there's some visits, like my contact visits, I try to bring more money because I'm buying pictures and stuff. So when it comes to calls and emails, though, you have to kind of say, like, I only want to spend this much a month. Like, you have to kind of tell yourself, like, what are you allotting? I'm allotting myself a $2 call once a day, every day. That's what, $14 a week, you know? So that's what I try to do. And we get two free calls. So that actually helps. So it's less than $14. It's like, what, $10, $11 maybe? Because we get two free calls, two 10-minute free calls on Saturday. So
Yay.
yeah, which we use in the morning since we get to have coffee in bed. But yeah, I would definitely make a budget that works for your budget, your lifestyle, how that works for you. But don't break the bank because you have to take care of you first. We always say that. All right, Paige, I sent you one if you want to read it. It's Hello Kitties.
You ever not want to talk to your man on the phone because there's just ... no new things to talk about? Oh,
Yes.
did you tell me to read this on purpose?
No. I'm just saying, like, that was one I forgot to send some to you, so I just sent it to you real quick.
Girl, you are not alone, girl. And there's just sometimes, like, there are some times where I love sitting in silence with Joe, and I'm good. But if I'm in a mood, I'm in, and like I just don't want to be on the phone and sit in silence. There's like something in my brain that like gets angry, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't even want to be on the phone. You know what I mean? And it's not like,
Yeah.
And half the time he might not even want to be on the phone either, and it just is like feeling like he thinks I want him to be on the phone, and I think he wants me on the phone, and it's like we don't even need that. But
Yeah.
I think it's having that discourse and conversation between each other, because like Joe and I had to have that convo at one point, because it would get to a point where like, are you okay with sitting in silence? Am I okay with sitting in silence? Okay. And like, you know what I mean? Because like, especially us when we have free calls, like, and if he doesn't have work or school, like he could sit there and we could talk all day. So that is awesome some days, but then there are some days where you don't want to be on the phone all day, or like there are other things you want to do. So girl, you're not alone, and you don't feel bad for feeling that way either, because it's not, I don't think anyone wants to talk to someone 24 mother effing 7.
No, you need time for you, and you have to say, like, I can't talk right now, or I'm just not in the mood to talk right now. Can you call back like later this evening or something, or tomorrow or whatever? You're not alone in that. There are times where I'm like, baby, I
Yep.
don't want to talk right now. Like, I need some time to decompress, and I need that time,
Especially at night,
you know?
for me, like I go through work all day, and my brain is so exhausted, and then I take care of Brody, and then I put Brody to bed, and then after I put Brody to bed, that's when Joe will usually call me. And like sometimes I just need like that hour where no one's talking to me, or I'm not talking to anyone, or no one needs shit from me, because I can just sit in silence. And that has nothing to do with
Amen.
anything else other than me needing my own boundary.
Your own time. Yeah, because listen, I talk all day.
Yes.
I talk to children all day, and I say the same thing to children all day long. By the time I leave work, there's times I just want to sit in the car and just listen to music and not talk
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
anybody. So sometimes Mike calls, and I'm like, baby, this is not a good time. Can you just call me maybe later this evening? I'll be a little bit in better headspace. Sometimes you just need that time to take care of you. And also, kind of going back to that budget question, if you're not feeling like talking on the phone, like, tell your loved one, like, let's not waste money. Can you just call me back later? Like, I know there's money to connect a call, but you don't want to waste your money on a phone call where y'all don't want to talk, or you're not in the mood to talk. It's not going to be beneficial. Like it's not good for you. You're wasting money that you could be putting towards another call. You know what I mean? So, and there are times where Michael calls, and I'll be honest, there are times when Michael calls and I know he's calling and I just don't answer.
Hey, hey, Joseph knows to call back because back when he used to do that, and I would like miss a call. We went over this, so he has to call me back after that. So it would just be like he would call me again.
Mike does call twice.
Mhm.
He does in case he's like, okay, well, maybe she's running to her phone or whatever. And then if I don't answer the second time, he'll wait like 30 minutes to an hour and try to call back then. And maybe by then I'll be in the mood to talk. But sometimes I'm just like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, I'm doing something, or it's just not a good time, or I'm just not in the mood. And I'll just be like, meh, no. That makes me a bad prison wife. Sorry, but
Doesn't.
I don't know.
I mean, it's just this.
I just don't.
It's the same as being like, hey, give me like some go
Space.
go
Like I
play
just need
golf
some
with the
time.
guys. You know what I mean? Like, or go play basketball. I don't fucking know.
Go tinker in the garage,
Yeah,
honey,
yeah. Go play with the
please.
car. I don't fucking know. Like,
All right, our next question. I'm making sure I pull up the right one. All right, our next question. I have a bunch, so I'm trying to find them. Boom, 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 boom. Where was the one from yesterday? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is from Elle. She's asking Paige, what inspired you to start your side business?
um, I think so. A few different things. I think I wanted. I was searching for something that had absolutely no prison connection at all. At all. Like people I knew. I mean, now there are some prison people involved in it, but that's has nothing to do with why I first found it. Um, and I was watching it. I started watching the lives of people opening the jewelry, and I was fascinated and hooked on it immediately. And then I was like, that would be kind of fun to do. And like, having never have any experience with MLMs or like working at any job other than like my own job that I work at now, I was like scared, but I was like, I'm literally this age. Like, why? Like, the only reason I wasn't gonna do it is because my mom had me scared and was like, "Don't do it." You're, and I'm like, but I've never done things and if it fails, so fucking what, dude? Like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it," and I'm just glad that I did because I think it's helped me come out of my shell in a lot more ways. Even with Joseph speaking. I've met
Mm-hmm.
so many amazing people. It's helped me get more active and like now I know I could like run my own little business here because like I know how to do shipping and I know how to do like all these things that I didn't know if I could handle them. But I don't know. I think it was all of those things but mostly the wanting something that was me and something that was not prison because very much my whole personality kind of felt like it was getting sucked up into
Yeah.
prison every single second, and I kind of needed a little bit of a breather because as you guys all know, that can be very overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad like you found something that you clearly very much enjoy
I
it,
do.
and yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, I enjoy seeing watching you do it and engaging, and I think I love the concept of it too, but the fact that it's so fun, it's so easy to have fun
Mm-hmm.
doing that,
Yes.
like doing the jewelry bet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know you have a passion for the picture side hustle too.
I do.
So
I do.
that's your passion. So, all right. I thought I had one more, but I'm not seeing it. And maybe I'm just really bad at this. Hopefully, if I can't find it now, I will find it later. But I did have something I wanted to share. Peanut Cross on our YouTubes said I cut her deep because I promised her I would sing a song. And she said, I worked so hard to get all caught up on the episodes. She was behind. She had come a little late. She came late to the game, but she was caught like actively catching up. And she thought she was going to have a song dedicated to her, and I didn't sing. So she said it's like waiting for that phone call that you don't get. She said, I'm just kidding. But I told her I would make it up to her. I don't even know what song I should sing for Peanut Cross.
I don't know. She didn't give you a request?
Well, she liked the song when I would sing like taco, burrito, what's coming out of you. I don't even want to sing it because I feel like it's gross. But I don't know if she wants me to sing a taco song. Okay, wait, stop. Have you heard of the song on, I've heard it on Instagram and TikTok, and it's like, White People Taco Night. Have you heard
No.
that? Oh my God, stop. Okay, for Peanut Cross, here's your taco song. I don't even know if there's a song you want me to sing, Peanut Cross. I will sing it next time because right now my brain is just
I feel that.
crazy. So it goes, it's like pictures, it's like a video of a family cooking tacos like in their home, like Taco Tuesday, right? Like so it said, White People Taco Night. We're having White People Taco Night. We got ground beef from the grocery store and tortillas from the grocery store. We got shredded cheese from Velveeta. It's a White People Taco Night.
That actually is a white people taco. That's like, I'm like,
And that's
so
what
where
I'm
do you
saying.
get it from then? I don't.
From the grocery store.
I'm like, maybe I don't get it because I'm a white person. I'm like, I don't know.
It's just funny because I'll sing it and I will sing it and like when Mike's on the phone, he's like, "What are you making?" I'm like, "It's Taco Tuesday, baby. I'm making White People Taco Night." And so we start singing it together. Like it's crazy, but yeah, it's just funny. If I see that video, I'm so
Yeah, you have
I'm
to
so
send me
posting it. Yeah, I'll share it with you. Well, that's all I have, Paige. Do you have anything before we close out?
That's all. And also, do y'all like my hair?
Yes, she's Blondie Boo. She's very. I saw her on her live today on TikTok, and I was like, "Ooh, who's that
Did
blonde
you see my
baddie?"
transition video?
Your
Oh,
transition.
now I gotta show you it.
Ooh, wait. From but like, was it like a before and after?
Yeah.
Oh, did you put it on
Yeah.
TikTok? Oh, I didn't even see it. No. Oh, did it freeze? Oh, there. Oh, yes, indeed.
I'm sick.
I'm like Gen
I love
Z. I'm
that.
like Gen Z.
There you
My
go.
transition. Watch out.
I love it.
It was pretty bad, but it was like it's still like it was good for me.
Yeah. I like the. So when you let me ask this: when you go, do you just get your roots done, or does she do the whole
My
head?
roots.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, dang, she got done fast because like
Yeah, it's like an
my
hour.
sometimes my hair appointments used to take when I got highlights. It used to take like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, no, she just does the top of my hair because the rest of it's
Okay,
already.
so you don't have to you don't damage the ends.
No, and she didn't
basically.
even. I was like, are you gonna trim? And she was like, no, they actually look good. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey. Yeah, but it looks really good.
Thanks.
Yes. I'm gonna have to do my hair before
I know it'll be grown out by the time
Vegas.
It'll be grown out by the
Yeah.
time we go to Vegas. It won't look as cute, but whatever.
We're gonna have to really sit down and plan our wardrobes and
I know. Ugh.
yeah, yeah. Because we have to wear like business
Like,
attire.
look
We're gonna have
cute.
to be
I don't
like
even have clothes that fucking
professional.
fit me, bro.
We're gonna find some. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna get together and polish our wardrobes
Period.
up and yeah.
Period.
Don't worry. We're gonna have to do what is it? Business attire.
I'm a business lady.
See, when I go to work, I don't wear business
Either.
attire. I wear like teacher tired attire.
I wear
because
a t-shirt and fucking leggings, and y'all are lucky I'm here. Is what I wear.
so you don't have to dress up.
No, it's completely
Okay.
since COVID. They don't care as long as you're there.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You get to be that comfy.
I can't complain. You could literally wear sweatpants to my job, and they wouldn't say anything.
Oh, I'm jealous. Well, I love a sweatpants day. Like Monday, we have jogger day. Oh, I'm so excited.
Love that for you.
But yeah, so I get to dress like Paige on Monday for work. Can't wait. That's awesome, though. I think that's great. More companies should do that,
Yeah.
especially if you're like just on the computer or on phones and you're
We
not
don't
like going.
see people, so it really didn't make a fucking point.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, no dress code. I like it. Just come dressed.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
wear
code.
clothes, please.
Don't come naked. Scare. I would scare everybody.
Same. No one wants
We're going streaking.
that. Goodbye.
All right, guys. Well, we love you guys, and we hope you have a great week, a great start to October, our spooky month, and we'll be back next week. We love you.
We love
Thank
y'all.
you for supporting our pod.
Thank you, y'all. And we're going to keep trying to push out our Patreon apps.
Our what?
Patreon episodes.
Yes, and I was gonna say, Patreon peeps, we've been on your butts about it. We need some stuff.
You know it.
What we need from you. You know. And if you want more spicy sex stuff, please go to our Patreon. We do deep dives. We do get, like, we say words that we can't say here on the pod. So we get a lot more explicit. My ass cheeks are hanging out at some point. So, over across. So we give you guys some pose ideas for pictures and spicy stuff. So come on down to the Patreon.
Come on down.
Where you can get more of that
down.
good stuff. Yes. All right, guys. Well, we love you. Have a great week, a great weekend, and we will see y'all later.
Happy spooky season.
Happy spooky season.
Bye, love you.
Bye.
This is for the ones who love through the distance, for the ones who stay solid while time keeps ticking, for the ones who hold it down but never lose themselves. This is for the prison wives. Still don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold. Through the glass, through the gates, ain't no distance make me change. Still don't break, love don't fold. I hold strong, I don't go. I don't wait, I don't beg. I hold it down and lift my head. They don't see the late nights, letters on the table, fighting through the system, just trying to stay stable. They don't see the count days, they don't feel the time crawl. They just see the sentence, but they don't see the love at all. Yeah, I made the vow and I stand 10 toes. Still got my life, still got my goals. I hold it down cause I choose to stay. This love got walls, but it don't got chains. Don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold. Through the glass, through the gates, ain't no distance make me change. Still don't break, love don't fold. I hold strong, I don't go. I don't wait, I don't beg. I hold it down and lift my head. I'm a prison wife, but I'm still my own. Made my own moves, still stand on my throne. They think I'm just sitting here wasting my days. Nah, baby, I've been building while he counting the days. I ride for my love, I ride for my king, but I ain't no fool, I handle my biz. I ain't weak, I ain't lost, I ain't throwing my worth. I hold it down cause I know what it's worth. Through the letters, through the calls, through the gates, through it all. Love don't break, love don't fade. I'm still here, I'm still brave. Still don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold. Through the glass, through the gates, ain't no distance make me change. Still don't break, love don't fold. I hold strong, I don't go. I don't wait, I don't beg. I hold it down and lift my head.
Don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold. Through the glass, through the gates, ain't no distance make me change.
Still don't break,